My best friend's girlfriend is ruining our friendship. A while back, my best friend, let's call him Jake, went through a tough breakup. Jake and his ex, whom we'll name Emily, seemed like the perfect couple to all of us. Yet, their pattern of avoiding problems by giving each other the silent treatment led to their downfall. I advised Jake to stay single for a bit, and he followed my advice. However, a few months ago, he started getting close to someone from a nearby town. Let's call her Olivia. Olivia, a friend of a friend, had somehow added me on all social media platforms before we even met. I accepted without much thought until later. As it turns out, Jake and Olivia hit it off. When Jake introduced her to our group, things started innocently enough. But looking back, I realized Olivia and I had more conversations than anyone else in the group. Except for Jake, of course. I can be quite talkative, ensuring conversations don't fizzle out prematurely. During our double dates, before my breakup, Olivia and I had our own discussions. I saw them as harmless conversations, but my ex, who had a jealous streak, thought I was flirting. Despite reassuring her, we had our issues, eventually parting ways. I ended up crashing with Jake and Olivia until I found a new place. Over the next few weeks, my bond with Jake and Olivia grew. After moving out, I thanked Jake for his hospitality. Then, one night, I received a message from Olivia. "Hey, can we talk?" I replied cautiously, "Why?" We hadn't messaged before. Olivia insisted on talking in person, without Jake. Feeling wary, I hesitated, not wanting Jake to discover his girlfriend was at my place without the full context. Olivia showed up and I asked her outright what was going on. Long story short, she confessed she was in love with me, using Jake to get closer. My heart sank. I firmly told her, "No, you don't love me, you're with Jake." She elaborated on her feelings for me and made a move trying to kiss me. I pushed her away, asking her to leave. Unsure how to handle this, I didn't want Jake hurt again after his recent breakup. I felt compelled to tell Jake but struggled with how. A day later, I confided in another friend who revealed suspicions about Olivia and heard rumors. Olivia has a history doing this kind of stuff. He urged me to be the bigger person and tell Jake myself. Summoning courage, I called Jake. Initially, he sounded angry. When I brought up Olivia, accusations flew, and he accused me of being involved with her. Our argument escalated before he hung up. That night, I headed over to his place, knocked at the door, and Olivia opened it. To my surprise, out of nowhere, my friend of 15 years punched me in the face. I was in shock, taking a few hits before I could even wrap my head around it. We had a big fight, and the neighbors got involved. Eventually, we broke free. We exchanged harsh words before I left. The worst part of it all was that, while all this was happening, Olivia had this wicked smile on her face. I could never forget that scene. She successfully manipulated my best friend of 15 years against me. I thought about it all night and tried to put myself in his shoes. I realized that I would have done the same thing if my girlfriend was cheating on me with my best friend. Jake meant a lot to me, and I wanted my friend back. So the next day, I went to Jake's house again, hoping to explain. This time, Jake was at the door. I tried to explain myself, but he wouldn't believe a single word coming out of my mouth. Olivia was standing in the back watching all of this. Jake chose her side and asked me to leave, saying that we are not friends anymore and that he never wanted to see me again. I left the place with a heavy heart after losing my best friend of 15 years. I will never forgive Olivia for this. I am sure that sooner or later Jake will come to the realization. I just want the best for him. It's been a while, and I miss my buddy. I hope one day he will see through her, and we can be friends again.